Hello Virgo, it is Lisa, and here's your June 17th to 23rd, 2024 general reading. This is just a general reading. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, all my contact information is in the description box below this video. Okay, Virgo, so the overall message for you this week is the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is about just taking one step at a time. You may not know exactly where you're heading or how things are going to come together, and that's okay. Just keep taking those steps, and then eventually those wands will fall away and you'll be able to see clearly where things are going. It's kind of like blindly moving forward. I always say this is like building a puzzle without the picture, and you find the piece, you put the piece in every day, and then eventually the picture reveals itself. So it's just kind of taking those steps towards where you want to go and just not knowing how or when or what it's going to look like when it all comes together. And then the challenge you have is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is that you've planted the seeds to your success, and it's, you know, with it being a challenge is you're just might be so structured, not willing to kind of change things, not willing to kind of adapt as you move forward, not doing the work you need to do in order to kind of grow and expand your life and to bring abundance into your life. So you're just kind of, you know, limiting the steps that you're taking. You're either doing it the same old and not willing to change, or you're not looking and paying attention to what you need to do right now in order to have more success come into your life. It feels very limited is what the feeling is. So it's a challenge because you need to get over that feeling. And I think, you know, you can feel that way because you're not exactly sure how everything's going to come together. Like, what's the result going to be? So it's like this hesitation of doing what you need to do. Where you need to focus on is the Lover's card. So the Lover's card, for some of you, it can be having love in your life or just embracing love. It can be connecting to the person you're currently with, reconnecting, bringing that passion back into your relationship, embracing it and enjoying it. And if it has nothing to do with love, it can be just focusing on what you love to do, whether it's a hobby or career. The more passion that you have in your life, or love the things that you're doing in your life and focus on that. Like, even if it's, I love bike riding, so I'm going to start bike riding more while I, you know, continue to work towards some of my goals, because bike riding brings passion into my life. So the more you bring this passion in, the more things will move forward quickly, or at least you'll be able to see the steps you need to take. So have that passion in your life or a hobby or whatever it is, so that way it kind of balances you out. And then what you don't see coming will reveal in a moment. So really interesting, Virgo. It just feels like there is, you're going through this process of things kind of happening, changing, and you're just unsure where it's leading. So they're just telling you, you need to just kind of focus on the moment, focus on the now. So you have the Lover's card, and then this card is also the soulmate card. So it's connecting with like-minded people, making sure you have it can be a soulmate, connecting to the soulmate, or if you're moving forward without love and you're like, I really want that soulmate, just know that they'll come in. But really in the now, it's about focusing on having like-minded people around you. It could be partnering up with someone in order to accomplish your goals. They enhance you, you enhance them, or being around like a tribe of people that are your tribe, that get you and you get them, and you all enhance each other to move towards your goals, that bring in this passion. Again, with passion in your life, it's kind of about like, be around like the bike riding thing, you know, join a group. Being around a group of people that love it and are passionate about it brings passion back into your life. They're saying what you're looking for is right in front of you. Take that blindfold off and see it. It can also be that you need to take that blindfold off to see some truth, see what you're doing, what you're not doing, holding that mirror up to yourself and going, oh yeah, I see. I need to kind of adjust things in my life, and I just need to focus on what's right here, what's happening right now, and not worry about what the outcome is going to be. Just do what I have to do right now and know that it's all going to come together the way it's meant to. The challenge is that you're not open to, you know, I don't want to say doing the work, but it's kind of like, again, if it's a hobby or bringing in this passion or taking the steps in the now, it's that you're being very kind of limited. You're not feeding your soul, not feeding this plant that you've, done stuff in life, you've planted the seeds to your success, and you're just not feeding and fertilizing that plant. And it's a challenge to do it. And I think, again, it's a challenge because you don't know where it's leading, or you don't have this hobby, you don't have this passion in your life anymore, and you need to reconnect to it. The Queen of Cups is about emotionally letting go of things, right? So you let go of emotion that you're holding on to that helps you move forward. This card is also about let go, let God, let go, let universe, where it's you do what you need to do in the now to make certain things happen in your life, to bring in that passion, and you let go of how the outcome is going to be. You let go and let the universe do its thing and allow it to bring it all together for you. And it is leading you to success. You just need to do this in order to get this big success and happiness and fulfillment. But you have to kind of open up to doing it. The card of what you need to focus on is bringing in some passion into your life. And they're even saying that they'll accept not even passion, but something that makes you happy and fulfilled, right? Which will then kind of reignite that passion. Like, oh yeah, I loved doing that. Right? Say if you, I don't know, they keep giving me examples of like golf and stuff like that. So say if you golfed and you loved it, and then some stuff happened in life and you weren't able to do it. And then you said, you know what, I'm going to start golfing again. And so you're liking it. And then all of a sudden it ignites this passion. It makes everything in your life move forward. So it's reconnecting, or like playing the piano, or playing the guitar, or knitting. It's whatever brings you passion and what you love to do. It's reconnecting to that. And, it could be writing, it could be anything and it's doing that. When you do this, a wish that you've been wishing for comes true and things start to flow into your life. Wow. And then you get the world, not only material gains, but, in, abundance, but also good relationships, romantic relationships, health and well-being, as well as just this whole sense of everything, right? It's the best card in the deck, and you will have everything. You just need to keep going forward and open up to fulfillment and joy and passion. And then what you don't see coming is the devil on your shoulder. So with all of this said, it's one of these things where that devil on your shoulder does not want you to get that. It doesn't want you to be happy. It does not want you to be fulfilled. It does not want you to have success. So it keeps you in that place, right? It makes you self-sabotage. It tempts you when you're trying to make changes. It fills you with fear and doubt, like you can't do that. So it's about kicking that devil off your shoulder. The really interesting thing, and I say this all the time, is when you start to make some, or you're kind of looking at the right direction, or know you need to move forward, but you're not doing it. You're kind of, juggling it in the air. Like, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? What do I need to do? I'm going to connect to the passion because that will change everything. The devil's like, oh no. And it raises its ugly head. You start to feel more fear and more doubt. You start to get to, like, say if you're starting to make changes in your health, it knows you're moving towards success and that you can do it. So it doesn't want you to do. So it'll start tempting you. It's like, when you're going to go on a diet, or you start a diet and then you start seeing all these, videos of cake and food that you love, or people invite you places. That's the devil on your shoulder doing its thing, trying to tempt you off of the path, the correct path that you're going to have success on. So the closer you get to success, or at least moving down towards it, the louder the devil gets. So you got to kick that off your shoulder. When you do, you get the Tower, which is your whole life shifts. So for some of you, it could be that a shift happens. And I know it looks scary, the Tower, but the Tower is ultimately a shift that moves you in the direction of getting all the really good things that are supposed to happen. It's something that happens in your life. Some of it can be that you've made this shift happen by doing this work, or that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're so, stuck in certain things that the universe is like, okay, enough's enough. We're going to kick you in the arse and get you going to where you need to go. Whether the devil tries to stop you or not, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to kick you in the butt and get you to where you're supposed to be. So a shift happens. It can be like, if we're talking about health and fitness, it can be that you get a diagnosis of being pre-diabetic, and it's like, okay, there you go. Now you have to make a choice. Now you have to make a change. Whether the devil says eat that cake or not, you have this diagnosis that you're not supposed to, or you'll be really sick. So then you go, okay, I'm not going to listen to the devil, and I'm going to move forward, right? So it is that this tower is getting you to your ultimate goal. It just is changes that, you know, as humans, we don't like changes. We don't like being forced into doing things, but a lot of times we have to, because we won't do it without that, right? And then you get the 10 of Wands, which is what you had at the overall energy, which is just taking those steps forward, just one step at a time. So if it is about health or even career, whatever it is, one step at a time, one moment at a time. Don't get overwhelmed with, oh my God, like I sometimes use this besides the puzzle, it's like climbing Mount Everest, right? When you look at the summit, it's like, I'm never going to get up there. It's so big, it's overwhelming, I can't do it. But if you focus on one step at a time, before you know it, you're at the first base camp. And then you keep taking those steps and you're at the second, right? And it is not as challenging or overwhelming when you're looking at the outcome and thinking you're never going to get there, or what is it going to be like, or what do I need to do? So you're worrying about all these things rather than just focusing on taking one step at a time. And that you can do. Like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? So it's doing it that way. And when you do that, you'll have more success, and you have more control over the devil on your shoulder, because you won't listen to it. You won't be overwhelmed, and you can say, I have power over that. It doesn't have power over me. Very interesting, Virgo. I think it's going to be a really good week for you. Just connect to what you love. If you enjoyed this video, if you could like and share it, that would be wonderful. If you enjoyed the video, if you could subscribe, that would be amazing. It really helps me. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon.
If we were meant to stay in one place, we'd have roots instead of feet.